Good morning. It is day 13 of Vlogmas and I'm really cold. So in Australia, December is our summer and yeah, it's usually warm. And last night at Carol's, we were in puffy jackets, like duck down jackets, because it was like 11 degrees Celsius, which doesn't seem cold, but when it's been like upwards of high 20s and 30s in the last week, and then all of a sudden we have this cold snap, it's been really unpleasant. Anyway, I've just woken up because I have to move my car out of my garage today. I don't know why they didn't do this clean on a weekday, because that would just make sense, because most people are typically out of the house anyway, but they're not. So I have to put some clothes on and then go park my car outside, because I'm not ready to leave or do anything that I want to do until 10 o'clock. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to make some lunches for the week. I've got, I defrosted some chicken. I've got a pasta stir through. I'm just trying to work my way through my, it's looking good now. Working my way through my pantry and my freezer. So defrosted some chicken. I'm just going to make some chicken and pasta, I think. And then I'm going to do some sewing today. I'll probably this morning cut out the fabric, and then this afternoon, once I'm done at the shops and the War Memorial, I will do some sewing. I also need to sort out my kombucha. I started brewing kombucha in August, and I forgot to put my SCOBY in the fridge for a few weeks there, and it grew and it's massive. So what I think I'm going to do is instead of throwing it out, because it's pretty good, I'm going to split it, and then we have where I live like a for free page, and I'm just going to put up there, does anybody want a kombucha SCOBY? And I can probably give away like 8 decent pieces of SCOBY because it's massive, but I'll show you that shortly. So I've moved my car. I'm just making a chicken Sicilian pasta, which I'll take into work for lunch. Just cooking off the chicken now, and then making up the pasta. I'm gonna add some diced tomatoes. I'm just really trying to work my way through my pantry, just having a little cup of coffee and just hanging out this morning. My place is a bit of a mess. Everything's clean. I just need to tidy up and put all of the things away. And then, oh, I need to open Advents as well, but I might wait till this is simmering, and then we'll do that. And then at some point in the next couple hours, we'll leave the house. And yeah. I think I said before, but my house somewhat looks like a bomb went off. So I will be fixing that very shortly, but I thought I would show you my kombucha, which I think I talked about before. So this is my setup. It's just a glass jar from IKEA, and that is my behemoth SCOBY. So I think a SCOBY really should probably only be like that big, but mine just kept growing. So I'll show you. I've got my original, my starter SCOBY, which you can't exactly see because the label's in the way, but it's about this big. I wash my hands, I can actually probably get it out. I can get my SCOBY out and show you. Okay, so got some gloves on, and I just do that because I don't want to contaminate Mr. SCOBY. So this one is a bit different looking to mine, but essentially a SCOBY can look like this. It's pretty gross. And it's a living organism. So basically how you make kombucha is you make a sweet tea, you let it cool, add your SCOBY, you wait, you bottle, you wait, refrigerate, drink, and start again. And that's just on the packet here. So because I'm leaving soon, I'm not going to make any more kombucha, but I will bottle what I've got here. I do like to make some flavors. So what I've been doing is adding passion fruit tea, and that's one of the ways you can sweeten them with berries. I used real strawberries and blueberries once. So I blitzed them in my NutriBullet, put them in, but then it was just a bit of a nightmare later to strain and strain again. So I decided against that. But basically, trying to figure out the best way to show you how to do this, and I should probably have my headphones in, but I just made a really small batch the last time, and I just used these. I think this is a 1 liter. Yeah, this is a 1 liter bottle. I've had smaller ones before, and I wash these when I buy them, and then pretty simple. I like to strain my kombucha as it goes in the jar, just for ease. And some days, I fuck it up and end up with more on the floor. Okay, so it was a bit of a disaster. It all got in my Birkenstock, so it's probably going to smell a little bit vinegary. But the other way that I like to do this, I was just trying to save time, but it's going to end up taking more time. Fill your bottle. Well, don't completely fill the bottle, because it goes in the fridge to carbonate. And this is a little bit carbonated already. You can see the bubbles in there. Looks a bit like I've poorly poured a beer. And sometimes you can see the little baby SCOBY bits in your kombucha. Not always. So I've actually got enough for 2 liters. This is a 4 liter pot, or my recipe is for 4 liters, and I usually try and make about 3.5. So I fill this one up a little bit more, which probably won't be a problem. You can still see that it's carbonated slightly. And I've probably, well, definitely got enough for another one. So I think I'm out of bottles. This is a different batch I made earlier. My problem is that I have not been drinking the kombucha at the rate that I make it. So this one probably has to go in the bin or down the sink. And I don't know if you can see, but there is probably not. There's a little baby SCOBY in this bottle. You might be able to see the shadow. And that just happens when the cultures, which are not all pulled together in this one, when they group together and then they keep it carbonated or whatnot. So what I think, because my SCOBY is so big, I don't know if I mentioned it before, and I'm just trying to make sure you can see it. See how there's layers? So what I think I'm going to do is pop it on my local buy swap sell page and be like, does anyone want a SCOBY? And I can either chop that up or give it to them how it is like that. And then they can start to brew their own kombucha, because I'm not going to keep brewing kombucha when I move to my parents' place. I probably will gift my whole SCOBY setup. I'll see if any of my friends want it first, and then if not, I'll put it on that web page. And basically when I go on leave on the weekend, I'm going to pop him in the fridge. That way he'll stop growing. I originally did want to name the SCOBY, but I didn't, and I don't drink kombucha. My lunches for the next 3 days at work are made, and I've been watching Vlogmas by Gemma Darling's Daily, or Danielle, which I've watched day one, which was fun. And then, yeah, this morning I'm just gonna pack my yarn stash. This might end up being a big vlog day because I have a few different little things that I'm gonna do. So thanks for now, and I will see you soon. Time-lapse wasn't great because it didn't show everything, but I have a 5-set fade kit, 3-set shawls, some minis, my needles, second bag of notions, my West Knits, Best Knits, and then those 2 cubbies plus some of that, and all of the yarn that was in this basket, I've chucked some scraps in there now, is in this suitcase. I haven't weighed it yet. Oh, plus all of the yarn that was in packs here, I've chucked in as well. And there's a little bit more room, and I don't reckon it would probably weigh more than 15 kilos, maybe 20, because I put the books in. So I will weigh at some point, but the 1 suitcase of winter clothes over there, 1 suitcase of yarn, and then there'll be my travel backpack, which has my stuff for the holiday. Okay, it's Advent time. I was gonna leave, but I've the house soon and take you around, but I actually don't feel very well. Just come on suddenly, so I'm just gonna hang around here for a bit, do the things I wanted to do this afternoon, this morning, and then hopefully by this afternoon I start to feel a little bit better. Might need another sleep. I didn't sleep very well last night either. But anyway, it's time for Advents. We are on day 13. And so this is Louis and Lola Jewels of Christmas. Ooh, another purple. This is a more darker purple. I actually think it looks pretty true. I make that focus, not on my face. There we go. It's quite a lovely purple. It's got speckles of green, yellow. Lovely. Date 13, Love and Speckles. Ooh, another green. So we had a minty green, and then actually, to be honest, I don't remember what yesterday's was like. And then this one is a nicer green, not nicer, sorry. Day 13 is Peridot. I was actually going to guess that. Yesterday's was Savorite, Tsavorite, and then the day before was Prenite, Prenite. So I could actually look these up and try and figure out what the next couple of days is going to be like, but kiss me. I think I'll leave that as a surprise for myself. Tomorrow's colour is emerald, so I can imagine that's another green. And then most of these I don't even know what they look like, so interesting. But yeah, Love and Speckles, Louis and Lola. This one will go in my Cozy Memories, and this will wait around for my Radvent throw, which I think I'm going to try and make in the new year. So that's that for now. I'm going to do some sewing. I was going to set up a time lapse, but I'm actually listening to an audiobook and I can't record and do that at the same time unless I find my old phone, which I might be able to use. So you may or may not see me cutting up a sewing pattern, and I might end up sewing just if I'm not feeling particularly well. So this is the Finch bucket tote. It's a midi tote. The pattern is by Stitch Mischief, and this is a gift for a friend of mine who loves to knit jumpers and sweaters, but she didn't really have any project bags that are the right size. It's all together. It's like I've done it very quickly. I've put it together very quickly this afternoon. Probably only taking me like an hour and a half. I did take a phone call for an hour about someone, or from like doing my friend a favor to speak to someone who wants to join my organization. So all I need to do with this, which I'll probably do tonight, is just go through and sew in and chop off the ends. And I also need to put the drawstring in, and because it's all fully lined, I will go in and give it a press with my iron. But the only thing I usually do to figure out exactly how much I can fit in there is I chuck some skeins in, but you will have seen this morning I completely packed up my hand-dyed yarn, so that's not going to happen. But yeah, I've got this pink rope here, which I think will contrast quite nicely. My friend's not really a pink person, but this, I've got 60 meters or 50 meters of this cord, so that's what we're going to use. All right, so it is afternoon on the 13th. It's 4:15. Seems to be a habit, but I'm not in my garage. I'm sitting outside the War Memorial in my car. I got pretty close to the entrance and then saw a sign that says pre-booked tickets only, no general admission. Frustrating. So I don't know when I'm gonna get a chance to come back, because I've got to work until I go home on early Saturday morning. Anyway, that's okay. It's there are two exhibits that I really want to see. The one is something about ink, like it's about tattoos on service members. I think that would be really interesting, and I want to see the VC for Teddy Sheehan, who was a ordinary seaman who at 18 years old, his ship was attacked by the Japanese. Armadale was a ship, I think, basically he got shot. Most of the ship were jumping off, like getting into the water to try and get to safety, and basically he strapped himself back into his machine gun and started firing at the aircraft. He did manage to shoot down one aircraft, which they say did help the rest of his shipmates survive until they were, picked up by another vessel. Been a really long time for him to get recognised for his VC. A VC, if any of you are watching not in Australia, is a Victoria Cross, which is like the highest military honour that you can be given. The investiture occurs by the Governor General of Australia on behalf of the Queen. It has to go to the Queen for approval. There were many appeals over several years for his actions to be considered heroic, and it was actually the Australian Navy's first ever VC. The Army has had members awarded VCs, many of them, and that's generally, I think it's pretty easy to prove acts of valour under enemy fire, going back to grab your mates who are, while being shot at, risk of yourself, like grave harm to yourself and others, blah blah blah. And I say blah 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 in a completely non-disrespectful way, but it has been really hard for the Navy to award any of that, and it's a pretty big deal. So I will hopefully get to that, but it might not happen until January before I head home. So anyway, now it's 4:15. I'm going to pop to the IGA just for a quick look around. I didn't really do any grocery shopping because I've got enough bread and eggs to last the week. I'm going to have to drop some food at a friend's place before I go on leave because my fridge will be too full of stuff that'll go off. And yeah, that's it. I've finished Midnight Sun, which is the Stephanie Meyer Twilight book. That was an audiobook I was listening to today, and I'm just going through a few more Armchair Expert back catalogues. So I think today's been a bit of a bust. I've been very productive, as you will see later when I get home, but also didn't get to War Memorial, but that's okay. Anyway, I'll talk soon. Woo. My phone is charging because the battery is running low, and I've just finished editing day 12, which I actually did most of it before I went to Carol's last night, except put the bits back Carol's in there. So now that it's done, it's just exporting. I need to make the title the thumbnail, and then it will be up online very soon.